Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining Eureka Springs channel. You're in for a special treat tonight. The COVID crisis in Eureka Springs has affected every industry here for us. You know, we're very much a tourism town, and with that comes food and wine and dancing and music. And the music industry, live music industry in Eureka has really come to a direct halt. And so it's involving a lot of people that is their only source of income. Some people do have other jobs, but a great number of our live musicians here in Eureka have been devastated by the COVID crisis. And so I wanted to bring on board one of my favorite duos here in town. It's Laurel Canyon Raiders. And I've got with me tonight Mr. Kenny Ray Jackson and Mr. Jackson Gibson. So I'm going to bring them on board for them to talk with us. And you guys say hello. Hi, guys.
Hey guys. How's it going?
So on our left we have Kenny Ray Jackson, and next to him is the ever more handsome Mr. Jackson Gibson. Two beautiful human beings here in Eureka. How are y'all doing?
We're well, darling. How are you?
Everything's going great. You guys are one of the most special duos in town. You guys are used to rocking and rolling every weekend. How are things going with y'all? How are you holding up?
It's been interesting, not being out in front of people and getting to get that energy fix that we get every time we get on stage. But we've been working on some new music and some new original songs, and that's always fun. You got to make the most of every down moment, right?
Right. So you guys,
we're just missing everybody.
So
just seeing everybody.
So you guys, how long have y'all been playing together?
Oh gosh, we've been together for musically about 5 years. Yeah.
Okay. And how would you describe your style of music to people?
Well, we are. I guess that when we're doing our thing in Eureka Springs, we're cabaret singers. Jackson is a piano whiz, and I like to hold glasses of wine and drink and sing at the same time, entertain folks. So it is kind of a cabaret act, but we do everything from, what would you say, Jackson, from Ray Charles to Ozzy Osbourne?
Sure. Yeah. All different kinds of music. We both have a affinity for music from the 70s, 60s, sort of the vinyl era of music. We get a lot of comparisons to like Fleetwood Mac type of stuff, or the Eagles are big influences of ours. So we share that love of that kind of music, and I think that's what brought us together, and that's what we like to do in our live show is really pull from that. And that's where we came up with the name Laurel Canyon Raiders, from the whole Laurel Canyon tradition of like Jackson Brown, like I said, the Eagles, all the good music from the 70s that we love.
Well, everybody always sings along with you too. A lot of us catch ourselves when we sitting there having a cocktail, and about every second song we're sitting there with you, we're all like, "Oh yeah, there's that song. I love that song."
We love that.
No.
We love
that. We have done our jobs.
Yes. No, absolutely. We love sing-alongs, and I think half of our set usually has to do with like let's all grab a drink and sing along, and that's why during this COVID-19 thing has been so rough, because we love getting together with all of our friends and playing music, whether it be out at a club in Eureka or here at the house. We just love having people around the piano singing along, and so it's been that's been a real sad to not be able to get together with all of our friends on a weekly basis.
Well, it sounds like you guys are not letting the spirit die, though. You're getting together and singing, which is great.
Absolutely, yes.
And you're working together. You're working together on your future goals, which is great. Yes. Kenny, you mentioned before we started tonight that you're trying to use this time creatively, and so you guys are really thinking about rebranding a little bit. Could you tell us a little about that?
Sure. So I don't know. The Raiders, we we took a little hiatus for a couple of months back in the fall. And when we got back together, we kind of felt like maybe that era for us had kind of moved on, and we decided it was time for kind of a fresh, a restart. So we brainstormed names, and good boys, of course.
Yeah.
Both named Jackson, but one was bad and the other was not. So you can call us Pat Jackson because you're going to be right at any given point.
Okay.
For one of us, whatever you're saying, it's.
Okay, so I'm not sure if it all came through. There seems to be a little bit of a problem with the audio right now, I think. But what you said, you were thinking about calling yourself Bad Jackson, correct? Are you there with me? I know you have lost. Are y'all there?
Yes, we can see you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think there's some. I guess everybody is done with dinner. They're all getting on the internet now. There's a little bit of a problem with the issue. I can barely hear you. Okay, so Bad Jackson is sound like we're headed toward that name. And you are doing some performing tonight, are you not? Uh-oh, did I lose y'all? Okay, I may have lost you.
There you are.
Here I am. Are y'all there?
Can you see us, or can you hear us?
I can. I was not hearing.
Yes, we're here.
Okay. So again, let me go back to my question. So you guys are performing tonight, live streaming, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we are. We're doing a live stream tonight at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
We're going to play for a couple hours like we normally do. And it's sort of our typical show that we would do at the Grand on Tuesdays. We're going to have a good time.
Okay. And so this is going to be live streamed on Facebook, correct? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, I think I lost them all together.
Anything on Facebook?
There you are.
So we're sort of experimenting with it. There we are.
There we are.
But we've got it up on our page on Laurel Canyon Raiders.
Okay.
We've got an event set up for it for our live stream tonight, 6 o'clock.
Okay. All right. So here's this page, guys. This is on Facebook. You go to Laurel Canyon Raiders, and you'll be able to join them tonight at 6 o'clock to listen to this dynamic duo do their thing. So I'm excited about watching. It's going to be fun. The only thing we'll be missing, I think, is my cocktails. They're usually poured by the wonderful and beautiful Miss Missy from Missy's White Rabbit Lounge. We'll have to give a shout out to them.
Yes,
they are,
and cocktails are encouraged. If you're going to watch tonight, go ahead and have yourself a nice cocktail because it wouldn't be the same.
And I'll be doing wine lunges.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you guys are, you're still looking forward now. I know you guys are still looking forward to when all this passes and we all kind of get back to the what we consider our new normal, hopefully.
Yes.
You're still looking to book people in the future, and I know you're still taking calls, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Right. So I believe you've got here's an email address for you guys if you want to contact Kenny and Jackson. Here's their email address under nwarocketman@gmail.com. If you'd like to contact them directly, there's an email to holler out to them and check with them about bookings, because I know you are going to go ahead and hold slots. I know you've got some regular gigs that you still are going to be doing when all this comes back wide open, right? Tell us about those.
Absolutely. So we play on the regular every week at the Grand Tavern on Main Street in Eureka Springs. We do that every Tuesday from 6 to 9. And that is just such a fun show. It's all acoustic, an acoustic piano. We don't use microphones. And it's truly a party in the living room, basically, is what it feels like to me whenever we do that show. And it's just, for 200 of our newest friends every time. And that's what we love to do,
Love it. Love it. We've got a couple of people that I want to just let you guys know that you have, here we have Sean. You know Sean Caldwell? He says, I'm here in Oklahoma with y'all. He's watching right now. And it looks like we've got Dozer Rice. He says, hello from Batesville. So the few people that are watching that are fans of yours. So say hello to Sean and to Beth who are watching with us tonight. Thank y'all for joining us. Here's another, folks. Here's some fans jumping on here. Amy McMillan says, such a treat to see Kenny Ray. How sweet. Thank you, Amy. All right. I love it. So you got some fans watching. That's cool. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Kenny Ray's got lots of fans.
So Amy, Beth, and Sean, just remember they're going to go live tonight on Facebook if you'd like to join them for their performance. And, you know, I want to mention this too to all of you guys out there. You know, it's not a requirement these days to support musicians. I know y'all have been pretty adamant about, you know, recognizing that everybody is struggling right now, and I know money is very hard to come by for so many people. You know, for those that are able to give, if you do have the means to support, if you guys want to give to Kenny Ray and Jackson, here is their email link or PayPal link if you'd like to support them during this time. I consider it kind of the future tip jar, because we're going to all be joining you again at some point in time and have a great time. And so if you'd like to tip their jar tonight while they're playing, they'll be playing at 6 o'clock on their Facebook page. So if you want to join them, I know they would appreciate you having them join them for the night, right? Have a good time. So
we would love that. Absolutely. Yes. The more the merrier.
Yes.
Well, I hope you guys will, you know, continue to do the live streams. I think that's a great way to connect with all of us that love your music. So
thank you. Yeah, we've missed everybody so much, and being out and playing for everyone. And, you know, there's no bigger treat for me than to be on stage and look out at an audience and seeing everyone, you know, singing along or having a cocktail and dancing, and knowing that I'm a part of that feeling for them. That is, that's something special that you just can't get anywhere else. I mean, that's it.
Indeed.
Well, you guys always bring a great energy. It doesn't matter what you're singing. We are all having a good time together. And, you know, we will all get back and we'll all get through this. And yes, somehow or another we'll survive. So we'll all try to support you as best we can. Reach out to Kenny and Jackson. Get them on your books for the next year or for the end of this year. Hopefully, if we all get back together. I know they would love to help perform. And I know that you guys are also working yourself into the wedding market.
Absolutely.
I can totally see you guys doing that, and being at some of the weddings that I've been at, we could really have used you to answer our wedding. Oh my gosh, you know, the iPod just doesn't cut it. I'm sorry, girls and boys out there.
Right.
Yes. Kenny Ray and Jackson would totally blow your socks off at a wedding. So
yeah, you want Kenny crooning at your wedding for sure.
Yes. And that long, gorgeous hair of yours. I just love your hair. Yes. Love your hair.
Thank you, darling.
You know, you kind of are known for your hair. I have to say, that's another thing.
I was going to cut it off during this COVID thing, and I've been advised to not do that.
No,
so
no, you're all branded now. This is part of your bad Jackson brand. You got to keep it all. You got to keep it going.
It's all real. It's all real. I'm looking at it right now.
Wow. Well, I had to get some hair pointing tips from you. I can't get my hair to look like that if I had to. It's so gorgeous. So gorgeous.
Well, you know, I just roll out of bed looking like this.
Yeah, right.
It's a curse.
You're right. Oh, well. I really officially hate you.
Hours of work.
Well, boys, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to all get through this, and I can't wait to hear you tonight at 6 o'clock, and I hope that you will continue to do this for all of us.
Yes.
It's just going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. Thank y'all
Thank you so much, Melody, for
having us. Much love to you, and much love to Eureka.
Thank you for keeping our spirits up. Your music will help
Absolutely.
us keep that way. So keep singing, keep playing, and we'll be there for you.
Amen.
Brilliant. Thank you, darling.
Love you.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So Kenny Ray and Jackson Gibson, a tremendous energy. Both those guys are just tremendous energy. They are a party in a box for sure. If you want to have them at your next event, at your wedding, at your bar, at your private party, whatever you've got planned, these guys are so much fun. And seriously, every song they sing, you want to sing along. They are just so much fun. So if you are able to support our music industry by joining them on their live streams, please pay attention to all the live streams that musicians from Eureka Springs are putting together. They're doing their best to try and survive. If you have the means to tip their tip jar, please try to do that as best you can, even if it's just $1 or $5, whatever you can afford. Let's try to help them all survive during this time so that they'll still be around with us to party with us every weekend and share the love. So best you can. Thanks to Kenny Ray and Jackson Gibson for joining us, and we can't wait to see them again in their near future. And thank you for joining Eureka Springs channel. We'll try to keep on bringing back information about artists and business owners here in the Eureka area who are trying to survive during the COVID crisis. So it's important for you to know that all of Eureka Springs is we're a strong community, and we will get through this. There's no doubt. I just know that we will. And if you'd like to book them, go to nwarocketmen@gmail.com and reach out to them to book them. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.